The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and welcome. This is TVWAN News. I'm Maricela Calaton. In this edition, colorful student parade opens exhibition, USA attendance to 50th anniversary, and PNG ranks 5th in Pacific Mini Games. The weather was perfect as 14 high and secondary school marching groups paraded into the Lay Showgrounds yesterday to officially open the 2025 Morabe Interschool Exhibition. The two-day event will see over 10,000 students converge at the showgrounds to learn from each other under the theme Creativity, Innovation and Unity in Education in Morabe.
Under clear skies, neatly dressed students from 14 different high and secondary schools in Morabe proudly flew their banners as they marched in time to the beating drums of Bugendi's brass band. In Lay, it's not an event worth mentioning if the iconic Bugendi brass band is not performing. The schools around Lay City, Huon Gulf District, Bulolo, and even rural Minyama, with only 5 students representing the latter, paraded into the Lay Showgrounds and demonstrated their marching patterns as their peers enthusiastically cheered them on from the side. The parade signifies the official opening of 2 days of inter-school exhibition under the theme Creativity, Innovation and Unity in Education in Morabe. When the exhibition was first hosted in 2019, Noble said most schools did not know what to do or what was expected of them. The second and third exhibitions were hosted in 2022 and 2023 as the COVID-19 pandemic had prevented large gatherings in 2020 and 2021. Last year, the Action Committee could not host an exhibition due to funding constraints. This year, 200,000 kina from the Morabe provincial government has made the event possible, with Noble expressing his delight that this year the marching has improved. He outlined that over 380,000 kina is needed to achieve their goal, and that is to award the best students in physics, chemistry, biology, music and others, either through government scholarships or sending them to study abroad. The different schools have set up their exhibitions under Science and Technology, Tourism and Hospitality, Arts and Culture, Agriculture and Herbs, and Entertainment, including public speaking, music, mimicry, drama, fashion parades and tableau. Kamela Guare, TVWAN News, Lay.
5 students from Morabe's rural Manyamya Secondary School bravely held their heads up as they marched alongside 13 other high and secondary school students into the Lay Showgrounds yesterday. They had traveled for 6 hours into Lay, arriving at Busu Secondary School at around 4 a.m. yesterday to take part in the 2025 Morabe Interschool Exhibition.
14 marching groups representing the 14 participating schools paraded into the Lay Showgrounds on Thursday, July 10th to officially open the 2025 Morabe Interschool Exhibition. While 13 of the schools had nearly 20 or more students marching proudly with their well-designed banners and crisp marching attires, Morabe's rural Minyama Secondary School only had 5 students, 3 male and 2 female students. Dressed in their green and black uniforms, it was obvious that the group was hastily put together for the morning parade. Grade 12 Line 1 student Brendan Gipion found himself pushed to the front when the teachers decided to put all their efforts on the science display. While he was disappointed with not only his teachers but their student leaders as well, he decided to lead the small group of marchers into the arena, hastily instructing them on simple patterns while marching. Fellow marcher, grade 10 student Jody Jonamjie, who is part Central and Minyama, burst into tears as she told of how they had traveled for 6 hours to finally reach their host school, Busu Secondary, at 4 a.m. After only a few hours of rest, they had to get ready and move to the Lay Showgrounds for the parade then exhibition.
And for our students, we didn't even practice how to march and also everything, but they picked us 10 of us, but all the students, they don't want to participate and they just left and they don't want. So for 5 of us, we would love to leave because yesterday we didn't have a good night rest because we were traveling until it's morning, and now we're down here just because our school name, we have to stand here without eating properly. So it really helps a lot to see Mensec really taking part on the marching. For us students, we are happy because we would love our school's name to be on the list also, not absent or everything. So we would do everything for our school, even if we are tired or hungry, even we are stressed out, but we still have to do it because of our school. To us, we see this as a competition, but also we see this as a stepping stone for us to step on. Thank you.
12 teachers had traveled down with the first group of Minyama secondary school students. The students rarely traveled down to Lay City, and though they were sorely disappointed and even entertained the thought of returning home immediately, grade 10 student Jody said they will use this experience as a stepping stone. Kamala Guare, TV1 News, Lay.
Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau has confirmed his attendance on behalf of the United States to PNG's 50th anniversary celebrations in September. Landau revealed this during his meeting with the Prime Minister James Morabe on Wednesday, July 10.
Prime Minister James Morabe met with senior United States government officials on Wednesday, further strengthening strategic ties between Papua New Guinea and the United States across trade, investment, security, and fisheries cooperation. These engagements included high-level discussions at the Pentagon, U.S. Border Protection, and the U.S. Coast Guard, culminating in a key meeting with the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State, Christopher Landau. This is where Landau confirmed his representation of the United States at Papua New Guinea's 50th anniversary celebrations in September. Prime Minister Morabe described these discussions as highly productive. The Prime Minister also welcomed the continued presence of major American companies in PNG, Newmont, ExxonMobil, and Hilton, and encouraged further U.S. investment in fisheries, energy, hospitality, and manufacturing. He specifically advocated for U.S. involvement in the fisheries sector, including through a regional partnership facilitated by the Forum Fisheries Agency and the East New Britain Initiative, which offers land for joint Pacific fisheries ventures. On deep-sea mining, Prime Minister reaffirmed PNG's national moratorium on this sector, highlighting the importance of the waters as breeding grounds for marine life. In the area of defense cooperation and maritime security, the Prime Minister acknowledged the growing benefits of the existing defense cooperation agreement. He said defense cooperation is not only strengthening the military's capacity, but also improving operational readiness, infrastructure, and surveillance across the border, noting an increase in military-to-military exchanges, joint operations, and training initiatives under the agreement. Discussions with the U.S. Coast Guard and Pentagon officials focused on enhancing joint maritime patrols to counter illegal fishing, transnational crime, and illicit trade, including unauthorized shipments of arms, drugs, and other contraband. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
Meantime, the Prime Minister engaged in a meeting with senior Newmont executives on the evening of the same day, where he invited Newmont and the state negotiating team to convene a week-long negotiation process in PNG. This meeting will be aimed at resolving outstanding matters and finalize a joint venture agreement that will unlock long-term benefits for the Wafi-Golpu people and the economy. With the announcement of a net profit of $80 million and the subsequent payment of dividends, Anga Governor Grand Chief Sir Peter Ipatas is calling on Mineral Resources Authority to fast-track the community development agreement process so landowners can benefit upfront. He is concerned that landowners will be waiting indefinitely to benefit, while the government has already benefited through the corporate tax paid by New Pogera Limited last week.
The community development process is an important process that will identify the landowner beneficiaries, the different projects to be implemented in Pogera and by whom, the different benefits that will be derived from the project, and most importantly, the resettlement process. With the CDA still outstanding, landowners cannot benefit from the dividend payments, nor royalties or compensation. Dividends coming from the Pogera from the 10% stake will be kept in escrow until the CDA process is complete. Anga Governor Grand Chief Sir Peter Ipatas wants Mineral Resource Authority to conclude this process so landowners can start benefiting from the mine.
One shareholder can't benefit and allow for the others to continue to wait. And we have got people, landowners, who want to access royalty, who want to access dividends. And so it is only proper for me as their governor to call on the national government to speed up the CDA process so that our people can benefit.
Sir Ipatas also wants the government to increase Anga provincial government's stake in the project to enable them to sit on the NPL board.
We also have an issue where if you want to get on the board, there is a minimum requirement that you have to have 10% in the mine. So now that we have got 15%, only the landowners qualify to have a representative on the board. So in the CDA, we hope to get the national government to agree to giving an additional 5% from their 36% to the provincial government so that the provincial government can be represented on the board.
He says CDA is the only forum that will cater for their voice and want MRA led by the mining minister Rainbow Paita to speed up this process. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
Meantime, the governor praised the Morabe government for securing a good deal for the landowners and Anga provincial government compared to the old Pogera. He called on the different factions of the landowner groups not to criticize the government as they were not united during the initial signing of the new Pogera contract, leaving the Prime Minister and the state negotiating team to do what was best at the time.
Grand Chief Sir Peter Ipatas, in welcoming the announcement by New Pogera Limited of dividend payments, he also took time to commend NPL for delivering a successful outcome. He acknowledged the work put in by the government for its efforts in ensuring greater benefit for landowners.
I think it is important for me to put it on record that negotiating with international companies who come with a vested interest to invest and make money for their shareholders, to negotiate and to see the kind of outcome that we have reached. So on this note, I want to commend the Prime Minister for his leadership.
In addressing concerns by landowners this week, he pointed out where the fault was.
When the negotiations were going on with Barrick, as the previous operator and the current operator, the landowners were never united. And so we were disadvantaged in putting our positions to government. Because when you got pro-Barrack faction as well as pro-PNG or state, landowner groups not meeting and uniting to put a position to government and the company.
He told landowners to prepare well for the CDA, come united and negotiate well when the CDA process starts. He further thanked the government for investing close to 300 million kina in the new Anga Provincial Hospital and the innovative university, stating that these projects were implemented during the closure of Cobra Mine. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
You're watching TV1 News. After the break, Operation Open Heart and Chuka commends a farmer.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Buying PNG made.
The Toyota JD Hi-Ace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hi-Ace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hi-Ace bus and experience the Hi-Ace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectation.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook, and with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Tell him shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that roof down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that roof down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
It's heating up in the FA Cup. Who will step up to fire their team to glory?
De Bruyne! Oh! And the stage was set for it.
Welcome back. In March of this year, Air Niugini and the Operation Open Heart Foundation announced that the national airline will fly into Port Moresby 16 children and their guardians from various provincial centres around the country to undergo closed heart surgery at the Port Moresby General Hospital. Today, 3 of the children who received life-saving heart surgery together with Operation Open Heart thanked Air Niugini for their generous support. In March 2025, it was announced that 16 children and their guardians from various provincial centres around the country would be flown into Port Moresby by Air Niugini to undergo closed heart surgery at the Port Moresby General Hospital. The children were identified in 2024 with serious heart conditions for closed heart surgery, and only 9 were able to travel for immediate surgery. Air Niugini took on the responsibility to cover travel costs for the children and their parents and guardians.
We at Air Niugini play a very, very small role in the overall magic that comes together. I can't begin, as a parent, I can't begin to imagine what it must feel like to be on the end of the news that says that your son or daughter has a condition that's life-threatening. I'm blessed. My wife and I are blessed with healthy daughters. They've had a tremendous life so far. But I can't imagine what it must feel like to be a parent that's braced with that news. So to then have news that there's hope, an opportunity to give them a new lease of life, a refreshed childhood to help them grow as their sisters or brothers or cousins or friends in a village. That's a blessing from God. And for Air Niugini to help make that happen, that's an easy answer.
Among the children who underwent heart surgery were 2 brothers, 8-year-old Undialu and 10-year-old Rickson Philip. Both received heart surgery. Philip underwent open heart surgery and Rickson closed heart surgery. Their mother and her brother, John Ako, expressed gratitude for the care and support shown by Air Niugini, Operation Open Heart, and the team at POM.
Tublai got heart problem. Nan old doctor blotari salim blakam lo Moresby. Nami blow operate penis or looking sick blow to plan. Operate penis or looking penis. Nami blow like go back and look less. Sunday go back and look less. Me am a mass on time all doctor na jubla. All usai jubla supporting ticket bim plan na or jubla salim blakam lo Moresby.
Blow I come back lo place. Na sick blow na Morabe. So, and go give ticket, or no give ticket, or some maybe and knock out. Or sick blow on by no not looking. So, like you and go help me blow give ticket, blow thank you, that's all.
Their mother and her brother John Ako expressed gratitude for the care and support shown by Air Niugini, Operation Open Heart Foundation, and the team at the Port Moresby General Hospital. Meantime, the 16 children that will undergo surgery this year consist of 9 girls and 7 boys from the provinces of Simbu, Morabe, Madang, Anga, Hela, and East New Britain. Meantime, Director for Medical Services for Port Moresby General Hospital, Dr. Connie Sobi, and Deputy Director and Surgery Coordinator, Dr. Noah Tapawa, both expressed gratitude for Air Niugini's support, highlighting the importance of collaboration that facilitates the life-saving work they do at the hospital for children like Undialu and Rickson and Nathan Andape.
Express our sincere gratitude to everyone that's really taking part in saving the lives of those children that really needed the specialist cardiac surgeries.
80% of our patients cannot afford it, so we look for ways to help them. I appreciate the hospital as well, the support they've given over the years. to make this happen for our country. Our population is a growing population. We will continue to have children with congenital heart disease at the rate of 8 per 100,000. 8 per 1,000. As long as we are producing children, we will still have that. And that figure is constant anywhere.
There is a lot of space for partnership in the Chuka Smart Farmer program. Chuka Rice Development Manager Ina Davis said rice production in the country is a collaborative effort and not a one-man show.
To improve and increase rice production in the country, with the aim to increase exports, collaboration and partnership is the way to go. The Chuka Industries Rice Development Team emphasized the importance of collaboration in the country to have more rice production in the country. Chuka Rice Development Manager Ina Davis said there are a lot of gaps to fill in rice production and they are open to partnering with other organizations.
And rice production in PNG will not come about if only one person is doing it. And that calls for partners to come in how they can to support this program. Chuka is doing the training. Chuka is doing the kit. There are a lot of gaps to fill, and that calls for partners to come in and support this program. This program is not just for Chuka. This is for the nation. And partners who are interested to come and join this program, please come and we all join our hands and move forward in achieving the increased local rice production.
One of the Chukai's first model farmers is John Passy, who received a village sustainability kit Thursday. Passy said he plans to support efforts in increasing rice production in the country in his capacity.
Okay, now me start sem tintin blumi now so me like mas extend golo hectares. So me can supply more rice to country na. That's how we can benefit import rice na. You mean nationally owned rice you can produce in the country blame so you can boost the economy blame.
While rice is a major staple food for many Papua New Guineans, domestic production currently meets only a small fraction of the total demand. Jasmine Irajak, TVWAN News.
The Chuka Industries Rice Development Team acknowledged the impact rice farming has had on Geruhu Stage 6, especially to the young male adults who have done training through the Chuka Smart Farmer program.
It's such a joy to see that this program, although small, and it's creating an impact in the community. So that's an achievement for this program, and I want to say thank you to Chuka, our bosses, our board of directors, our chairman John Bradford, our group CEO Paul Sira, our president ACR and Pacific Island President, Chuka head of department, Chuka head of the business Andrew Grace, and all the team members, to ourselves, and to say thank you to them for this opportunity to help the farmers, to help the communities of PNG.
Now on to the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2421 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2346, $0.3529 Australian dollars, $0.1923 euro, and 33.94 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, and copper closed higher. Cocoa, crude oil, and copper closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. Stay tuned. TV1 News continues after these short messages.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaro, get up and big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, da mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. The one-top jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
Cold Pal Lemon is tough on stains and gentle on clothes. Cold Pal Lemon has a great lemon fragrance which brightens your clothes and gives that extra freshness that lasts all day long. Cold Pal Lemon, tough on stains, gentle on clothes with extra freshness.
Rugby League is a powerful force that unites Papua New Guinea and develops our youth. Through partnerships with the PNG LNG Kumals, Grassroots Rugby League and Justin Olam, we aim to instill skills to last a lifetime.
I'm community blue. When it's on you walk him, I'm a community. You must not block community.
When we invest in people, we invest in tomorrow's possibilities.
Thanks for staying with us. A rising Pacific star is set to shine at the Pacific Fashion Summit 2025 in Port Moresby. Miss Solomon Islands, Elsie Polosovai, will join a prestigious speaker lineup shaping the region's future in fashion, identity, and leadership. At 23, Elsie is more than a beauty queen with roots in Choiseul and Malaita and a science degree from Otago University. She brings bold advocacy for youth, health, and women's empowerment. Her message, fashion is more than style. It's a statement of culture and confidence. As PNG celebrates 50 years of independence, Elsie's participation marks a symbolic moment for Pacific unity and innovation. The summit, featuring key thinkers and creatives, is expected to spark ideas on sustainability, trade, and cultural expression. Turning abroad, it was a solid day for both the Australian dollar and the share market, while Donald Trump's new tariffs on copper and Brazilian imports might have unintended consequences for American consumers.
Continues, with Donald Trump sending out more letters to other countries, dictating the new tariffs their goods will face when they arrive in the US. The tariff on Brazil's imports will jump from 10 to 50%, partly because he's unhappy that his political ally, the former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, is being prosecuted for, allegedly, trying to overthrow the government after an election loss. A few parallels there. But the use of tariffs as political punishment will probably end up making inflation worse for American consumers, especially for those who can't live without their coffee. Particularly when you consider Brazil is America's largest supplier of Arabica beans. Plus, coffee inflation in Trump land is already above 10%, and it's not easy to find alternatives quickly. So Starbucks should probably be up in arms about this. On top of that, the US president has announced August 1st is when his massive 50% tariff on copper imports will begin, which led to copper futures in America surging to record highs, much higher than everywhere else. So this looks to be the early signs of an own goal. Meanwhile, it was a solid day for mining stocks, which drove the Australian share market up by 0.6%. The Aussie dollar is buying 65.5 US cents, while gold, oil and iron ore prices rose. Overseas, markets traded mostly higher, with Wall Street getting a major boost from Nvidia, which has hit a market value of $4 trillion US. And in the past 2.5 years, its share price has risen by 1,000%. Even the price of Bitcoin, which hit a new record, didn't rise anywhere near as much, which gives you an idea about how crazy this AI boom is. And that's finance.
Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is preparing to fly to China Saturday for a 6-day trip taking in 3 cities, Beijing, Shanghai and Chengdu. Albanese will hold annual leaders' talks with China's Premier Li Qiang, as well as meeting China's President Xi Jinping. The visit comes at a critical moment, with Australia increasingly uncertain about how to manage Donald Trump's erratic America First agenda while dealing with a China which is both an indispensable economic partner and a looming strategic threat. They're a familiar sight at emergency announcements and news conferences, and Auslan interpreters are becoming increasingly common at concerts and fringe shows. Conveying more than just words is a delicate and considered task, and something that brings joy to interpreters and the deaf community alike.
To concerts and festivals growing up, Cheryl Wilhelm often stayed home.
Yeah, look, I missed a lot. As a teenager, I was just sort of growing up and dancing, and did I really understand the music? Not really.
Cheryl's been hard of hearing since she was 5 and is profoundly deaf without a hearing aid. But lately, there's been a shift.
Well, now it's much more accessible. It's a lot better. It's just really nice because to be included, I think that's the main thing.
For Deborah Swan, it's about much more than simply conveying the lyrics.
We do want access to be able to get that vibe and to get the environment and the feeling around it. That's what's really important.
Listening to the music over and over and over, researching what the lyrics might mean, embodying the feeling of the song through movement, through your facial expression, through trying to represent the performer in the way you're moving.
Musicians like Emma Perkins say interpreters have been a welcome addition.
It just feels great to be able to connect with people who may not have experienced what we do.
So with the interpreters, it's just a really amazing experience and very much worthwhile.
You're watching TV1 News. Coming up in sports, PNG secures 5th place and battle for top 6 in Digicel ExxonMobil Cup continues.
A moment of love, a dream, a laugh, a kiss, a cry, a rock, a roll, just stay there.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
You have to awesome condom and one way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy. Tingim, use him condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you, or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Mr. Russell, we must visit signature belonging here.
You survey yourself, you can put in one per complaint.
I'm not giving big head. Online by doctor. Now, also one I'm supposed me on data sorry kisi maybe.
You think him good through, Sam? You like putting this plus sexual harassment report on Mr. Russell?
Who said you making this complaint?
Joining BCFW na all member blong ni plan na sanap strong against in workplace harassment.
Sensational! Send right back in. Oh! Make this moment last forever.
It should be a good day of footy here. He's so nice step, working it straight up the guts. Puts a foot down and races away. Beautiful try. Lost there, Kuman again, whipping and stepping his way through the field. Great run there from the former Gov regional man, Hilkinara, and he goes over for his first try. Big Rakana hitting the line hard and goes over for a try.
Welcome back. Team PNG has secured 5th place overall at the conclusion of the 2025 Pacific Mini Games in Koror, Palau. Out of the 23 countries that competed, PNG won 77 medals in total.
Papua New Guinea competed hard through the 9 sports and ended its campaign with an impressive all-round performance, securing 5th place on the overall medal tally. The final medal tally saw Tahiti dominating the competitions from day one and finishing at the top with 72 gold medals, 41 silver and 27 bronze. Fiji with 27 gold, 30 silver and 24 bronze. Samoa with 27 gold, 14 silver and 20 bronze. Australia with 24 gold, 16 silver and 15 bronze. And PNG on 5th place with 22 gold, 27 silver and 26 bronze. Athletics led the medal count with a total of 50 medals, producing one of the biggest highlights of the Games. On 7 July, the men's 4x100-meter relay team of Pius Whistle, Johnny Bai, Emmanuel Anis and Timothy Tuna broke the national record with a time of 40.23 seconds, surpassing the previous record of 40.29 seconds set by Peter Pulu, Subul Babo, Amos Ali and Alan Akia at the 1995 Pacific Games in Tahiti. PNG also won gold in the newly introduced mixed 4x400 relay, a first for the PNG Mini Games, and another gold in the women's 1500-meter final. In weightlifting, PNG's champions returned to the podium in full force. Moria Baru dominated the men's 65 kg division with 3 gold medals, while Tikatoa won 2 gold and 1 silver in the women's 53 kg. Stephen Carey returned to the international competition, claiming 1 silver and 1 bronze in the men's 110 kg. Thelma Toa and Idao Uvagi each collected 3 bronze medals in their respective weight classes. PNG also made history in VAR. Raka Macy won a bronze medal in the men's V1 16 km, marking PNG's first ever medal in a V1 event. The men's and women's teams both secured silver in the V6 1500 meter, and PNG also took silver in the V12 mixed team event. In indoor volleyball, Team PNG battled through to the final and came away with silver, falling short to Wallis and Fortuna. In beach volleyball, PNG defeated Samoa in their playoff match to secure 5th place overall. PNG softball team made a proud return to international competition after 2 decades, claiming bronze after a strong game against host nation Palau. PNG women were defending gold medalists from the 2015 Pacific Games in Port Moresby. In the pool, Janali Tokome Garab brought home PNG's only swimming medals with silver and bronze in the women's 100-meter freestyle. The women's basketball 3x3 team put up a strong performance in the bronze playoff match against Northern Marianas, narrowly losing 16-21 in a close and hard-fought game. Team PNG's performance at the 2025 Pacific Mini Games not only brought home medals, but also delivered historic moments, inspired the next generation of athletes, and reaffirmed the nation's competitive spirit on the regional stage. The next Pacific Mini Games will be held in the Cook Islands in 2029. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
A superb performance from Papua New Guinea sees them top Group A and put the rest of the 2025 OFC Womens Nations Cup on notice. With the return of Mari Kaipu to the starting lineup and the focal point of their attack restored, the reigning OFC Women's Nations Cup champions made a statement performance against the Cook Islands, winning 8-0 yesterday.
For PNG, Kaipu, and it's headed in.
PNG's veteran striker Mari Kaipu proved a super inclusion into the team. She led with might with the assistance of skipper Ramon Opadio at the heart of PNG, taking an early lead against the Cook Islands women. Michaeline Butubu was first to score for PNG as she headed into the Cook Islands net. Kaipu doubled the lead 5 minutes later with a typically composed finish after being played in by Padio and outpacing her marking centre-back. Cook Islands couldn't put up with the fast-paced PNG team as Phyllis Pala added a third with a low-drill shot from a distance, and a minute later Karen Kalapai got her name on the score sheet with a sharp turn and finish. Kaipu netted a second brilliant goal just after the half-hour mark, leaving the Cook Islands goalkeeper Courtney Napa scrambling to save the goal, but fell short. As the tempo continued, Kaipu continued dominance with a hat-trick in the 39th minute, taking PNG to the lead 6-0 at half-time. PNG continued their attack in the second half, leaving no room for the Cook Islanders. Skipper Padio scored with a powerful shot from outside the penalty area, followed by Kalapai's second goal of the game in the 70th minute, securing an 8-0 victory. Papua New Guinea's win sees them through to the semi-finals, top of Group A, and they will play the Group B runners-up. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 Sports.
PNG's thrashing of Cook Islands received praise from a proud coach Erickson Coming, who said the win doesn't end here but will elevate the team's spirit for the OFC Womens Nations Cup title defense. 19-year-old striker Karen Kalapai, making her debut at the OFC Women's Nations Cup, showed she is a player to reckon with. Her blistering pace and powerful left foot earned the team a few goals. Kalapai was also awarded Player of the Match. She is quickly becoming one of the most exciting talents in the game.
We played really well, and we're excited for the team to go to the semi-finals.
We've done it a few years ago. I know the girls can do it again. It's up to them, and I think today's game shows the quality we have in the team. We just have to focus now and look for the semi-final.
Rugby League fans in the nation's capital will be treated to another blockbuster doubleheader this Sunday when the 4 Port Moresby-based franchises go head-to-head in the battle of the local derby in round 13 of the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup. Other matches scheduled to be played in Lae, Wabeg and Kimbe. The season is drawing closer, the finals with 5 rounds left in the regular season.
Pops it out. Menzo Lucky's gonna score.
The battle for the top 6 continues this weekend in the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup competition. At the Santos National Football Stadium, Croton Hello Wigman will be up against the struggling Gas Resources Centro de Baris to kick off proceedings at 1 p.m. While in the main draw card, third place, Moneyplus NCDC Port Moresby Vipers face off with a re-energized, fast-improving PRK Gov Sepa side at 4 p.m. The matchup between Vipers and ISO is a must-watch game with the Gulf boys expected to step up after they were ambushed by a revamped Western Britain Provincial Government Cutters outfit last week. The Roger Laka coach side is a completely different team this year, a far cry from where they were last year. The emergence of explosive and lanky Kenny Lau at fullback alongside young halves combo of Felix Baki and Ismail Vayake have literally set the competition alight, each one showcasing his athleticism, skill and energy in the game. The young forward pack led by wrecking ball lock forward Charles Schul has shown resilience and consistency mid-season, and if they compete against the bigger Vipers pack on Sunday, fans can expect a thrilling finish. In the preceding match, Wigmen are early favourites in keeping up the struggling Dabaris, who are on a downward trajectory at the moment. Meanwhile, a bumper crowd is expected at the Ipus Oval in Wabek on Sunday. Home team NPL Anga Miox will host traditional arch rivals Wabga Mount Hagen Eagles, who have notably picked up some form in the last couple of games. Round 13 continues at the Lay Rugby League Oval with another mouth-watering doubleheader. Host Lace Next Tigers are looking to bounce back when they host Osila Wagi Tumbe. Competition frontrunners PRK Mendimuruks tackle the no easy beats Bintagor Gorokalahanis. Kicking off all the round 13 action tomorrow, Saturday, the Peter Humphreys Oval in Kimbe will come alive when Big Brother meets Small Brother. Eastern Britain Agma Couriers tackle the Western Britain Provincial Government Kimbe Cutters at 2 p.m. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
PNG Hunters veteran prop forward and former Rabaul Gurias Jordan Pat will celebrate his milestone 50th game this weekend when the Hunters take on the Central Queensland Capras in round 17 of the QRL Host Plus Cup. Pat joins his inspirational captain Ila Alu, who also plays his 100th game, making this clash very special.
The 27-year-old Western Highlands native made a comeback to the Hunters camp end of 2023 season after a 2-year hiatus during the pandemic period from 2020 to 2022. It was not an easy transition to secure his spot, having to compete against the emerging younger players in the squad, but he has adapted well to the team's culture under current coach Paul Ayton. Building from last year's form, Pat's game this year has again gone another level, especially his work ethic and consistency, making the number 8 jumper his own. At last Sunday's remarkable upset win over Townsville Blackhawks, Pat played his heart on his sleeves, standing up to the challenge from his bigger opponents. Pat said after 3 tough losses on the trot, the Hunters had to do some soul-searching, which was going back to the basics and their processes that got them the result.
Like other teams, if you look about or middles all strong not play, but other team play right, so I'm kind of normal work middles like this. Yeah.
Commenting on his current form and how he's embracing the season thus far, Pat stated that being a middle forward, he has a big role to play, and that is to lead from the front. He's looking forward to bringing the same energy to Capra's game this weekend. On how he's looking forward to playing his 50th game, Pat took time to acknowledge and reflect back on the journey from his humble beginnings under his former Guria mentor and Hunters Foundation coach Michael Marum, who gave him this opportunity.
I've been coming set since 2019 time. Coach Marum started making me coming set, but me no start finishing me. I've been after I've been releasing me, maybe go start the career. Me coming set 2021, 22, but like me no play plenty game. And then at 2023, me start the career full. And last year and this year, like Coach Paulie give me big opportunity straight. People thank you, Blooming, go back to Coach Paulie, give me opportunity. Last year, me play full season, and this year, large milestone, like career for me.
On the prospect of wearing the national team colours Kumuls, Pat said it's a dream of every Papua New Guinean to represent the country, and given the form he's at, he would be keeping his hopes high come November for the end of the year Pacific Championships. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
PNG Hunters centre Elijah Rolinga has been sidelined for the remainder of the 2025 season following a broken leg. In an unfortunate and unexpected incident during the warm-up of round 16 clash against the Mendi Blackhawks, Elijah sustained the injury prior to kick-off. He was immediately medevaced to Pacific International Hospital, where he was admitted overnight and underwent surgery the following morning. While the procedure was successful and Elijah is recovering, he will soon begin a comprehensive rehabilitation program to support his return to the field. Elijah is a valued member of the squad and his presence will be missed both on and off the field.
Will be available to next season. This year or next year? I know he broke his leg. Yeah. It's extremely unlucky and just a freak accident.
It happened during
the boys saw it, they knew what happened, and we were able to put that aside, be a professional, and move on with the game. You know, obviously we're so tight, the boys are feeling for him, but they were able to be professional.
The race to represent Papua New Guinea on the World Cricket stage is intensifying. With just days left until the final Barramundi squad is named, 25 hopefuls clashed in a high-stakes trial match at a mini park in Port Moresby.
Under Port Moresby's sunny skies yesterday, the national train-on squad showcased grit, skill and determination in a 50-over showdown. The match marks a crucial step ahead of two major tournaments, the ODI series in Jersey this August and the ICC T20 World Cup qualifiers in Oman this October. Selectors led by Hudson Leka closely monitored performances. Leka praised the hunger on display, noting that competition between senior players and emerging talent is raising the team's standards. Over 2 months of rigorous training have honed the squad. Assistant coach John Ovia credited international coaching support, including Australian coach Tim Nielsen, for refining the team's technical skills in batting, bowling and fielding. A highlight of the trials was a blend of seasoned campaigners, Captain Assad Vala and rising stars, including recent under-19 Garamut's call-ups. Their integration signals a bright future for PNG Cricket. With the trial match done, selectors will now assess data and finalize the 14-player squad. Cricket PNG's support continues to drive performance as players aim to bring pride to the nation on the global stage. The Barras journey is far from over, but for the 25 athletes chasing selection, the match may have been the biggest of their careers. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 Sports.
That ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast.
Southern, Port Moresby, partly cloudy with chances of few showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, partly cloudy with heavy showers, rain and thunderstorms. Homase, Lae, cloudy periods with heavy showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak and Vanimo, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, KVN, cloudy periods with heavy showers and thunderstorms. Buka, cloudy periods with rain and showers and thunderstorms. Highlands, Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with heavy showers and thunderstorms. Coral Seas, seas rough with east to southeasterly winds of 25 to 33 knots with stronger gusts. Solomon Seas, seas light to moderate to patchy rough over the southeastern sector with southeast to easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Seas, seas smooth to slight with southeast to easterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas slight to moderate with southeast to easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island, Kerema, Yule Island, Hood Point to Samarai, and waters of east of Samarai to Milne Bay and all its islands to Cape Bogle, seas 2 to 3 meters.
That ends the news tonight. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
Mr. Russell, memang izin signature bunyi.
You survey yourself, you can put one per complaint.
I'm not giving big to him. Online by doctor. Now, also one I'm supposed me on data sorry kisimeli.
You think him go troll Sam? You like putting display sexual harassment report long Mr. Russell.
Who said you making this black complaint?
Joining BCFW now member blog ni plan na stand up strong against workplace harassment. In a world where ambition rules, meet Secretary Kim, the woman flawlessly running Vice President Brandon Castillo's day.
My resignation letter.
Secretary Kim!
Sorry.
As he fights to keep her, they begin to uncover more than sparks.
What's wrong with Secretary Kim?
Season premieres Monday, 28 July at 9 p.m. on TV1+.
I'm Anthony Burke, and this is Culture by Design. Join me as we meet contemporary designers from across the region, embracing deep traditions, local cultures, and the incredible landscapes of Asia to open our minds and create positive change for a better tomorrow.
Design is like music. It's a whole orchestra. The dots, the lines, the dashes. It's a whole symphony. It has to feel good.
We want to create a world that we wish to live in. We want to create what we most imagine is the best future.
Good design is really more about a holistic process that really measures the people and the planet impact and arrives at something that you can truly enjoy beyond just a physical product.
Design is an embodiment of all the arts.
See, design is a process. Design is not the end product. It is about that sense of life and that deeply interconnected conversation that nature has with itself.
We weren't just making objects, but we were also making solutions for spaces.
This is what I wish for myself in my life. This is what I wish for the world around me.
It's hard for the artist, but it's also good for the people. Life without art is just no words.
From the bustling streets of Mumbai to the serene villages of Bali, we'll discover the unique stories that influence design in every corner of this vibrant part of the world. In the busy metropolis of Mumbai, it's easy to get lost in the frenetic pace of the big city. But it's not all hustle and bustle, though, and behind these walls is the promise of calm. I'm here to meet Siddharth, the man behind Borough Design, where a slower, calmer, more considered way of living is on offer.
you walk into a forest with all the stress in the world, 20 minutes later you're coming out washed, clean. To me, a large part of this involves bringing that nature into our life. And it's not about putting like floral decorative elements. It is about that sense of life and that deeply interconnected conversation that nature has with itself. And we're very much a part of that. So the moment we enter that space, the world starts to seem different because then actually you want to be present. It's not a high-handed desire that I must have a superior sort of goal in my life. Because when you start to listen in, it's easy. And you start to discover that, oh, it's your mind actually playing tricks with you. And you're like, no, it's okay, we're here. What do we see? What do we hear? What do we smell? What do we taste? I started the furniture business in 2014. During the pandemic, we had to shut the store down. I was essentially free to be able to do anything that I wanted to do. So it became relevant to understand why I do anything at all. And then I was sitting at my dining table and I was admiring the wood because wood is gorgeous. And there was these little butterflies that we put inside to arrest a crack. And I realized I'm not tasting my food. We go through life collecting all these experiences, but we're never present with them. So it became really relevant for me to suddenly be like, hey, wait a minute. This table actually had the power to speak to me, and I had the ear to actually listen to it. And that meeting point for me became the crux of what I do today. How did that table have the ability to speak? It's alive. Because one, it's derived from the fabric of nature, and there's an equal part, there is a deliberation. It's that desire for ourselves to be expressed. That sense of coming home has to have an emotional intelligence to it.
Yes.
Because we say many things, but we are hiding many things under that. So it's sort of unraveling those layers to get to the core of why we're doing anything at all. You know, you have a problem, let's find a solution. And there's a singular solution to it. So the listening part actually is about those 17 voices in your head. And they're all saying different things. So instead of shutting like 5 down and listening to what we want to hear, we actually listen to all of it. So the second step is to actually find balance. How do we create that harmony? Counterintuitively, when you have more variables, it's actually easier to balance. And the important part is, what are we balancing for? Right? Because we could be balancing for excitement. We could be balancing for portability for a laptop. We could be balancing for just waking up restfully. Curiously, what happens when something is in harmony or in balance is it becomes weightless. Creating that lightness of being to me, which is really, really important. And how do we create that lightness of being? By chasing simplicity.
Yeah.